Our next story is a really big story. It is going to be really difficult for our storyteller to tell, and it's going to be hard to hear too. She is being exceptionally brave and exceptionally vulnerable. When her story is over, we're going to take a short break just to allow us all to regroup. And so when she comes to the stage, I know we're going to give her extra love and support. Her little weirdsie. Let me just read it and exactly what she said. I used to absolutely hate reading and giving book reports in grade school. And now here I am writing my own book, a memoir, and standing on stage publicly sharing the most intimate parts of my life for all to hear. Give it up for Stephanie Janét.
Okay, so there's this glass room at St. Louis Children's Hospital that no one really wants to be called into. It's the room where you get delivered some bad news. My husband and I were chosen to enter that room. In that moment, we were being told that our 7-year-old daughter, Makayla, would be needing a heart transplant. She had been declining so rapidly, she needed a Hail Mary to get her there because they didn't think she'd be able to make it. What they proposed was something called an LVAD. It stands for a left ventricular assist device. They then explained the procedure. They would cut her from right above her clavicle down to about 1 inch above her belly button, and they would split her ribs and end up coring out a piece of her heart. They explained that they would then insert this machine into her heart that would then now pump her blood for her and her heart would beat no more. They explained this was the best option to get her there. My husband and I signed off on the paperwork and then we awaited for surgery. When the day of surgery arrived, my daughter was one that always had to be aware. She had to be knowledgeable. She had to know what was happening. She was the kid, the person that would watch the needle go in with every lab draw. She had to know. So she knew what was coming, and she was scared. It was time to go back. The doctors and nurses had came into the room. It was that moment, and she's holding on to my arm. She's refusing to let go. My husband, at the time, he leans in, and with a stern voice, he's like, Makayla, you have to let go of your mom. We have to do this. You need this. And she squeezes my arm tighter, and she grunts. She's not letting go. I look at the doctor. Tears start streaming down my face. I can't let you take her screaming and crying. What do I do? He lets me know I'm going back with them. So we start rolling down the hallway. We're going down. I notice up on the ceiling, there's superheroes and princesses painted. So I pointed out to Makayla. I'm like, look. She squeezes me tighter. I look down at her and I see her eyes trying to look up with that childhood innocence, that wonder she still has, but she's holding tight. The stretcher burst open the operating room doors and Grey's Anatomy just flashes across my face. I'm watching, I'm looking around. I know there has to be a looking gallery because it's a teaching hospital. And my daughter is a 1 in a million case. I knew soon her chest would be open and there would be a gallery full of strangers looking in and watching in awe. So I'm standing there, she's holding my arm, I'm rubbing her. The doctors and nurses are filling in around us, bringing in all the machinery, and I'm talking to her. I'm telling her she's gonna be okay. She's brave, she's strong, she's got this. I'm talking to her, I'm wiping her tears, I'm kissing her forehead. I feel a tap on my arm. She's asleep. I look at her. Her eyes are open. Tears are still dropping. I call out her name. Makayla. She's asleep, she tells me again. I'll show you out. I take a deep breath. She walks me to the door. She points in the direction of the waiting room and said they would message me when it was time. The door closes and I collapse to the ground, shaking, crying, screaming silently, because we are in the operating room area, so can't really scream the way I wanted to. I feel a tap on my shoulder again. It's another stranger, a nurse, someone with a bottle of water and some Kleenex. They said they would show me the way. They lead me out to the waiting room. It's a big waiting room. There's private rooms, there's public areas. Because of the level of Makayla's surgery, we get a private room. There were a lot of us. But in that moment, I couldn't go in the room. I was still a mess, and I couldn't let my other two kids see me. Makayla was 7. Her brothers were 8 and 10. I couldn't let them see me the way I was. So I sat there, deep in my thoughts, remembering the day Makayla was born. She was diagnosed with her first heart disease when I was still pregnant with her, so we knew she was going to have a journey ahead of her. I didn't think I was going to be brave enough to get her there, but I walked her there. I walked her right into that room, and I held it together for her. Even though my legs gave out, once I exited that room, I still got her there. And in that moment, Makayla came to. She knew the rules. You open your eyes, you give mommy a smile, and you let me know you're okay. And she did. And in that moment, in times where I thought I wasn't brave enough to do it, I knew I was brave, because I had to be in order to create a warrior like Makayla. Thank you.